You celebrate your life. Celebrate the good and the bad, the happy, the sad, the joy and the pain, the sun and the rain. Celebrate life. Celebrate your life with love.
Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Daye, and what a joy it is to be with you. Hey there, we already got folks jumping on board. Hey, Laura Stewart, so good to have you with us this morning. Thank you so much for saying hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from this beautiful day, and let me know what's happening in your world. A spiritual remedy is dedicated to people in recovery. However, you do not have to be in recovery to benefit, because I see a world where people are living their best life and loving it, where people are laying down their weapons of mass distraction and are living their best life using spiritual tools. So it's so good to say hello to Nancy in Long Beach. What's up, Nancy? Thanks for being here this morning. We also have Susan Peterson. Aw, thanks so much. Appreciate you so much. Uh, yeah, you're in Oregon, Laura. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And of course, we have our OG in the house, Jan Ford, our true and faithful, always here and participating in the show. You know, today I want to talk about having fun. Sunny day right here in Ojai. Yes, yes, yes. And I am tuning in from Ojai, and today, I want to talk about having fun. Having fun. You know, in a world where it is filled with whatever our challenges are and whatever our joys are, I think it's so key and so important to take time out to have fun. And not only having fun on the quote unquote days that the government gives us as holidays or days off in which to recognize certain things, which, you know, today in the US is Labor Day. I'm talking about having fun on purpose, like literally doing things to enhance your life. I have this phrase that I say, if it ain't fun, it ain't worth it. And I know that sometimes things can get in the way of recognizing our joy. I wonder if all of you who are watching so far can tell me, what do you do to have fun? What do you do to have fun that actually supports your living, that supports your spiritual practice, that supports your joy, that reminds you of the truth of who you are? And while I wait for people to tell me what that is, I'll just go ahead and have a little personal fun right here. Yeah, for me, blowing bubbles reminds me of, you know, my childhood, and just reminds me of the awe of having, you know, blowing and then having these globes, these perfect circles sometimes, and sometimes they get all oblong and whatnot. But to have that in my life, to just be able to blow bubbles brings me joy still. At this age, it still brings me joy. So I hear you, Nancy. It ain't worth it if it ain't fun. It ain't worth it if it ain't fun. But what do you do? What do you do for yourself? Because here's the deal is that mostly, especially here in the US, you know, what we're raised to think and to believe is that we work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 9 to 9 sometimes. People sometimes work four 10-hour days, and that we just party on the weekend or we relax on the weekend. And that kind of mentality produces what it has produced here as our experience in the US. What has that produced for you? Is it working for you? Is it not working for you? Um, for me, having fun in sobriety, having fun in recovery, having fun in life, period, is really about those little joys and adding up those little joys, like blowing bubbles, brings us joy in this moment. I'm wondering what that is for you, because to the degree in which you experience your joy and to the degree in which you are having fun, it is to that degree that you feel alive and that you feel the energetic of life flowing through your veins. So thank you, Jan. Jan's the first one to pop in, and she says, Vanessa and I laugh a lot. I talk with my 7-year-old great niece every day. She helps me keep life light and fun. I choose to enjoy life. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I mean, sometimes just kind of hanging out with somebody that you care about and that you love, whether it be a partner, whether it be a friend, whether it be even a stranger sometimes, laughing at the funniest things and just having that opportunity to laugh. And not necessarily at someone else's expense, but laughing at just the joys of life. And for sure, joy comes in talking and in being with and in spending time with young people. Young people help to keep us young, and they also help to remind us of how old we are. And then we get to laugh and giggle about that, because as a construct in itself, our numbers, these arbitrary numbers are pretty funny. That somebody made up that 365 days is a year, and then that that every year means something. For me, I try to think about doing little things that bring me joy, because here's the reminder. The reminder about having fun is that fun is an attribute of joy, and joy is a spiritual quality of the Most High, of infinite intelligence, of life. And actually, joy is our natural state. However, because of how we've done life, or how we've looked at life, or the things around us that we've allowed to form our thinking, many of us have gotten very, very far away from the joy that is our natural state. But joy is a spiritual quality, and it is our natural state. So tapping into that natural state and reminding ourselves of that, our natural state of joy, is a spiritual practice. Having fun as a spiritual practice. Now imagine that, like somebody type that into the chat. Having fun as a spiritual practice. Because when we are in joy, we feel alive. I know that's true for me. I feel so alive, so awake, so alert. And when I am in joy and I am having fun, all is right in the world. Many of you know that I have a new, I won't call it an addiction, because I might have to go into a recovery program for it. But I have a new love, and that new love is pickleball. And I so appreciate how much I laugh and how much fun I'm having when I'm playing pickleball. Just the idea of thinking outside of the box. A lot of times we think that, our spiritual practice, we must, just get all zen, and or we have to be very prayerful. But imagine for a moment that fun is a sacred activity. It is sacred. What do you think about that? What do you think about fun as a sacred activity, and as a spiritual practice? And when I'm playing, when I'm engaged in the game, even though I am moving and being quite physical, It's so important um, to be able to move. So I laugh at the places that I'm able to get a ball, the places that I'm not able to get a ball. Or sometimes the ball just kind of goes everywhere and I end up laughing, and the people that I'm playing with end up laughing. Or, after the game when we're chugging water and, oh, that was a good game, and just kind of feeling that joy and just having fun is so awesome. I feel alive and I feel close, the closest to life that I ever felt. And when I'm in that place of being so present with my life and I'm in that joy, it is amazing. So we have a tennis player, Diane Wagner, right? She goes, yeah, I agree. It's the same, and love tennis, right? It's so cool. God gave me distinct sense of humor, and what a blessing that is. I'm so glad that you have a sense of humor. That's so awesome, Nancy. It's so good to laugh. Let's go swimming in the ocean together. Valerie, we definitely are going to do that this week. Yeah, for me, swimming in the ocean is an opportunity to have fun and to experience the joy of life. And for those of you who live in warm weather climates, whether it's taking a walk along the beach or on a path or a hike, that even though it might work you out, if it's fun for you, if it brings you joy, that is the key. What Tracy Smith says, sunshine, thank you very much. It's divine shine through us, as us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, too many times we sit around and we don't have fun. Imagine if having fun were on our calendar each and every day. Janet Carroll, watching on YouTube, says that gardening brings her joy. Gardening is my joy. Yes, when we have our hands in the soil and when we're looking at the beauty of life and nature and how nature just does what it does, and we are there recognizing nature, recognizing nature. Thank you, Janet Carroll, for reminding us that gardening is our joy. Everybody has something. There's something that brings you joy. There's something around having fun and around laughter and about just being in the presence that is so spiritual, and that is indeed a spiritual practice. So when you find yourself getting serious and too serious, when you find yourself where your blood pressure is going up, where you're getting hangry, when you find that you're filled with anxiety or depression, those energetics, those energetics produce desires and a wanting to relapse, to try stimulants and to do things that are not necessarily for our highest and best, to get involved in drama, to forego whatever abstinence, whether it's our food abstinence, whether it's sex, whether it's gambling or shopping. When we're feeling those things, there's a calling. There's a calling, and we have a mistaken thought to think that hole, that calling, that yearning is, for a pill, a fix, a drink, a shopping, or some type of addictive behavior. When in fact, I wonder if having a little fun, wholesome fun, beautiful fun, joyful fun, that true fun, not the fun that comes from misusing our minds and our bodies and our spirit, but the fun that is actual joy, that brings joy, that reminds us that we are living beings and that we're living and being in the infinite intelligence. I wonder, I wonder how many of us could actually use a daily dose of fun, a daily dose of fun will definitely help us. Nancy has a comment. Let's see what Nancy has to say. Being a spectator of elite professional events brings me joy. Nancy, you talking football now? Cause yeah, I mean, even getting together, or even being alone sometimes, in your own space or in a beautiful space, and watching a game and cheering for your team, and cheering for the joys of others also brings joy. And so I'm encouraging us today, not only today, well, and especially today, for many people today who are not retired, today is a quote unquote day off, a day that people go out and enjoy themselves. I'm wondering if not only you can enjoy yourself today, but I'm wondering what you can do each and every day that is fun. That is fun. Now, in a 24-hour period of time, most adults are getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Even if you get 8 hours of sleep and you're working another 8 hours and commuting, that's already 16, 18 hours in a 24-hour day. I'm wondering if you can take 15 to 20 minutes outside of additional spiritual practices, or inclusive of this being a spiritual practice. And that might be the challenge this month. It might be the challenge to see, like, how much fun can you have in 15 minutes? Or how can you make your daily spiritual practices fun? Like, how can you up your meditation game or your prayer game? Or, how do you up your game in visioning or in absorbing spiritual material? How can you up that so that it's fun? Or how can you have fun and have that fun be a spiritual practice that leads you into recognizing the fullness and the joy that is really in your life? Like, I have this idea now of, like, I wonder what it might be like to meditate outside, or to meditate, and just bring it from out of my house and, go somewhere and sit under a tree and meditate. How fun that might be. And maybe for some it might be too scary, but how about, jumping rope? How about, blowing bubbles for 15 minutes and just have that joy be that enlightening thing that brings you back to recognizing that your life is the unrepeatable, magnificent, powerful way that Spirit shows up as you. So, beloveds, on this beautiful, beautiful day, I just came to bring that message of having fun as a spiritual practice. And I definitely want to remind you that this week and every day, if you text me your gratitude, me personally, at this number, 562-928-6460, I will text you back my gratitude. We can make gratitude a spiritual practice, which it is, but let's make it fun. Let's also talk about how much fun we're having today, and let's have that gratitude list, that list of appreciation, be something that is joyful and that brings us fun and joy in our lives. Well, beloveds, our time is way up today. I give thanks for you. Thank you so much, Jan, and all of you for tuning in today. I really appreciate all of you being here today. You mean the world to me. Until next week, know that you are loved. And remember, thank you to Be That Spiritual Learning Center for giving us the opportunity to broadcast this show. Again, that phone number is 562-928-6460. Until next week, see you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to A Spiritual Remedy. Use the links in the description for prayer requests, to donate to Be That Spiritual Learning Center, and to join our mailing list. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And you can visit us at vidaslc.org for more information.